Hey, what's up, guys? So just got a little bit of time, just starting to practice again now that it's November for next season. Figured I'd document my own practice as well, if it's of interest to some of you guys. So I'm just kind of using a rental club right now, a Yamato 7-9 with a regular flex graphite shaft because I don't have my clubs here, but figured I'd get some swings in right now before my next guy comes. I'm just trying to prep my backswing into a point where I'm comfortable trying to add speed back in it. So hit a couple for you guys. So right now, I won't really I'm not going to screen cap the session. I'll screen cap my future sessions as I dive deeper into my winter work as the numbers get more important. But right now, I don't really care too much about where the ball goes. I'm just trying to get my movement going. But as a rough reference, right now I'm keeping the eye on the numbers a little bit. I'm trying to make sure I'm hitting down on it sufficiently, so I'm kind of averaging 4 degrees down with a 7, which I like. Kind of 4 degrees down, 4 degrees inside out. So a little bit about my tendencies. The last few years have been pretty rough golf-wise just because I had a really bad mental block for the last 5 years. 5 years ago, when I was still in school, guess I was 21, 20, I had a really bad mental block that was started when I worked for 3 months with a pair of coaches who I believe was just their style was very different from what I like to do, from how I like to think. And I think that really made really big conflicts within my mind. So that basically first round of the year, after those 3 months, 6 holes in, I couldn't grip the golf club. And then that evolved to not being able to pull the trigger. And that lasted for 5 years up until now. So the last 2-3 years, I basically didn't really play any meaningful golf, just trying to reset a few things to get over it. Just trying to pull the trigger, just trying to grip the golf club. And last year, I think for the first time in five years, I've been able to grip the golf club and pull trigger with relative ease. So excited to play golf again next year. Hopefully playing a few tournaments again. So just working on some things right now. So the key things I really work on right now for me is making sure my backswing is good. I feel like for me personally, if I like the look of my backswing, I'm going to be able to generate tons of speed. So I think the fastest I ever was around 175 ball speed 2 years ago. But the shitty thing is my swing always deteriorates over the summer as my focus drifts from playing golf shots and it drifts into trying to pull the trigger. So it was quite stressful. But right now, my key thoughts are just really feeling like I bend my right wrist early in the takeaway, maintain my width, stretch it out, and from here, I try to squat and rotate and shallow and down hinge. I feel like that's always been very successful for me when I try to generate speed. So just trying to get a familiar feeling with that movement again. So I love seeing right to left ball flights. I'm just going very slow right now, just swinging at 88 miles an hour. But again, that last one was 5.5 degrees inside out, 3.5 degrees down. I like that range quite a bit. So I'll keep hitting for you guys. So for me, when I get sloppy, I tend to start pulling my hands down a little bit too much in transition. When I do this, my arm leaves my chest a little bit too early and then get a little bit too tilty in the downswing. So when that happens, I tend to be more shallow through the ball. So it's good right now that I'm still hitting down on it roughly 4 degrees. I look at that as a reference point for myself, whether or not I'm in a decent spot in terms of my movement. When I check myself on video, I know I still tend to pull a little bit, but it's a lot less than before. So I really try to make sure that I can bend the right wrist early, I turn, I get it nice and high and wide, from here, I really try to feel like a squat and rotate without pulling my hands down, and that will trigger out my shallow and down hinge. And I feel like that helps me swing it pretty fast for my size. A little bit sloppy there, but that's okay. It's feeling pretty good so far. Swung that at 90 miles an hour, just a little bit too inside out. I felt like I didn't rotate as much as I usually like. So I really feel, at least I try to feel like what I want to do is when I squat and rotate, I want to try to get really open in the downswing with the club really behind me. I feel like I really like that for me personally. Hitting a lot of nice push draws right now, which is nice, which is not overdrawing. That was again 5 degrees down, 5 degrees inside out, which I like. I'm just gonna go grab a quick table. Just gonna quickly grab a table and take a video of myself so I can check. But yeah, any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below when you guys watch this. Just gonna put a table down and grab my iPad. So take a quick video. But yeah, my personal goals really are, like a lot of you guys know, I'm pretty big on trying to generate speed. I think 180 ball speed is a good kind of benchmark for me to try to get to. I'd be very happy swinging it fast enough to generate 180 ball speed. And I think I'm physically able to do it. I train 3 days a week in the gym. I lift pretty heavy. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I train in the morning before I start my lessons. I work with a guy called Ian Warner Sr., which I'm very comfortable with. I think his experience and background has been validated in his work with, him raising 2 Olympic sprinters and a lot of other athletes who have gone on to play professionally in numerous explosive sports. So I found that for me, when I started working with him 2 years ago, I've been able to generate speed a lot more easily. So we'll keep lifting, keep working hard, and improve my golf swing and see how it goes. But yeah, let me take a quick video, see what I look like. Not too bad there. Yeah, 4 down, 4 inside out. Let me just take a quick look at my video. Starting to get pretty cold here in Toronto. I'm not really a big fan of the cold, but I like living in Toronto, so what can you do? Things look pretty good right now. I like my rehearsals. See how the real swing looks. Not too bad. Not as rotated as I would like at impact, but not too bad for really November. Yeah, not too bad at all. So my key checkpoints for me personally, I want to make sure I can see club at the top. I don't like to be overhinged. I tend to get a little bit too hingy sometimes, which I don't like. So I really want to make sure that I'm able to see some of the club right here. I don't want to get over here. And then that allows me to then do what I want to do in the downswing. So I'll hit a few more.
Another firework. This guy is on fire.
Really try to rotate in the downswing. A little toey, but that's okay. Feel like I rotated more there. Let me just take another quick video. I feel like I got a good feel for this right now. Really try to get more open here at impact while I push into the ground. I've been getting more comfortable with the takeaway, which I like, making sure my club doesn't get too far inside my hands at shaft parallel, so I've been very happy with that. Not too bad. Didn't hit it the best, but moved okay, I felt like. So let me just take a quick look before I wrap this session up. I think my next guy just pulled in. Let me just take a quick look at this video before I leave you guys. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Just have to be really diligent when not hinging too much at the top. I'll hit a couple more. I think he's just grabbing his stuff out of his trunk right now. I'm gonna really try my best to not get too hingy, so I want to be able to see more shaft up here and not get here. So I'll hit a few more and then we'll call it a day. I felt different. I felt better. Coincidentally, the less I hinge, the faster I swing it. Which is a very common theme I found for a lot of my clients, where they just hinge too much. It's hard to get the speed back out. I'll hit two more. Not too bad. I'll hit one more and then I'll call it a day. But yeah, anything you guys have in mind that you want to ask away. I'm pretty good with replying to everyone in my comments, so any questions, feel free to ask. I want to be as open and interactive as I can make this channel. Yeah, not too bad those last few. We'll keep practicing. I'm gonna leave my clubs here at the golf lounge. That way I can practice a little bit more with my own clubs. But hopefully this was of interest for some of you guys. Any questions, just leave in the comments below and I'll reply to all of them when I can. So thanks for watching, guys.